Bo Count's hanging out all show long. You recently had the chance to head over to, where was it, France?
I was in France.
Yeah.
Yes, I was. I spent a week in France. Oui. It was très bien, my friends. But no, I actually got to go over there and learn a lot about spirits. Most of the time when I do travel, it's around cocktails and around spirits and fun things, so I can grow and learn.
Yeah.
And then write it off on my taxes.
That's smart.
But I went to cognac, and actually the birthplace and the only place where cognac is born.
Made, yeah.
And I thought we would talk about it because here in the U.S., people, especially here in Arkansas, people are just like, vodka and bourbon only, maybe tequila if I'm feeling crazy.
Sure.
But a lot of these other spirits are extremely unique and extremely delicious and diverse. And I think a lot of people just don't know enough about them. So when they're approached with them, they're like, I'm just going to stick to my comfort zone.
Stick to what I know.
And so cognac is one of those things that I think a lot of people have a very bad misconception of cognac.
It sounds fancy, I feel like.
It sounds fancy, but it also doesn't. So
Yeah.
people are like, isn't that what, I saw that in a music video or whatever.
Yes, yeah.
And, Pass the Cavassier, which is actually a really good song. And Cavassier is really good. So you got to think about cognac. Brandy, if people don't know what brandy is, it's basically, they ferment grapes, they make like a wine, and then they distill that wine. So, this is a really bad way of putting it, but you know how bourbon is distilled from mash.
Sure.
And then aged in barrels. It's kind of like grape bourbon. I'm not going to.
Don't
all my
quote
spirit
him.
friends, do not quote me on this.
Don't quote
This
him.
is for the people that are only Tito's and vodka drinkers.
What are we looking at here?
This is a vineyard. I was there. These are pictures I took while I was in Cognac. This is at the Maison Ferrand distillery that is in, of course, Cognac. All cognacs have to be, they're brandies made in Cognac. They're made from specific Uni Blanc grapes. They are fermented and they are double distilled to the point where you get what is called an eau de vie, which means water of life. They put those into barrels and then they age them. They're French oak generally. And then they age them for different years. And when you look at different cognac types, you'll see there's VS, there's
Yes,
VSOP,
I've seen that before.
there's XO, and these are kind of letters that they use to denominate how old these things have been. So VS means very special. It's been aged for at least 2 years. VSOP is very superior old pale. That means it's been aged for at least 4 years. And XO is extra old. That means it's been aged for at least 10 years.
10 years,
But
wow.
the interesting thing about brandies versus bourbons and things like that we know here in America is that it's not about a single barrel. It's not about we did that barrel pick, that one cask. The art is really in the blend. And so they take all these different eau de vies, they take these different distillations, and then a master blender will blend these to get that consistency, to get that product to where that finished product that you get is going to be consistent every time. And actually, brandy and cognacs and armagnacs were one of the most popular things in the U.S. until there was a famine of grapes that happened.
Knocked out a bunch of grapes. So we had to go find our alcohol differently.
We found and then the bourbon boom happened.
Right, okay.
So let's taste some cognac.
Let's do it.
And so early in the show, we learned about our Glencairns and our brandy snifters.
So this is Ferrand, which is one of the places you just mentioned,
This is where I went. They actually were the ones that hosted me while I was in France.
Okay.
We learned all about their vineyards, their processes. They're fantastic people. The Ferrand branch of cognacs, phenomenal.
So you're supposed to sniff it, right?
You'll smell it. You'll get those grape notes.
Yeah.
You smell it. You'll get a little bit of that oak. You can
good.
swirl it if you want to air it. It makes you feel fancy.
Makes you feel fancy.
But then give it a little sip. This is going to be a little hotter than some of these other ones. This is coming in at 45% ABV. Some of these other are around 40.
Okay.
So this is meant to stand up in a good cocktail.
Do you sip it? Or do you shoot it?
No, you sip. You sip, Jason. And then use your nose. You'll get that. And it's sweeter than you'd think.
Wow, there's a lot of kick to that. I don't know.
Well, there is a lot of kick to that.
I like it.
This is 45%. And the older it gets, and certain blends and certain styles will get smoother. Some will be fruitier. Some will get nuttier.
Is this VS or VSOE or XO?
So this particular one is their 1840 original formula. This one's kind of blended to be a little bit unique. It's going to be a little bit hotter, and it's meant for kind of bartenders and making a sidecar. This would make a wonderful sidecar or a Sazerac or something like that.
Dude, thanks for all of the info and the history lesson. I had no idea that we used to be a country that was into cognac.
Of cognac drinkers.
Yeah, and now we're more into bourbon, but this is delicious. Again, you got to pay Bo a visit down there at Pinpoint in Fayetteville if you want some great cognac, some great cocktails, and if you have any questions about glassware.
We'll fix them for you.
He's your guy.